Now, join me on the Glenn Lal Show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast at 11 a.m. The Glenn Lal Show only on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. Kevin Smith here. Let's get to the news in detail. As the cost for the renovated Chetty Jagan International Airport project continues to climb, a second terminal will be needed within the next 10 years. This is according to CJIA's CEO Ramesh Gier in a DPI release. Gier noted that the multi-million-dollar upgrades are separate from the ongoing modernization works being undertaken by Chinese contractor China Harbor Engineering Corporation. We had reported that the airport expansion project commenced in 2011 and was expected to be a $150 million venture, 138 financed from the China Exim Bank and $12 million from the Consolidated Fund, taxpayers' money. However, to date, more than $160 million has already been spent on the contract. The article stated the CEO disclosed that according to the look ahead and based on the numbers they have, within the next 10 years, a second terminal will be needed. And I'll just tell you, the government is spending millions to repair and maintain the Port Kaituma to Matthews Ridge Road in Region 1, which is constantly being destroyed by two Chinese companies working in the district. Those companies are the Guyana Manganese Inc. or GMI, a 100% owned subsidiary of Bosai Minerals Group Company Limited, and Barama Company Limited or BCL. GMI is mining for manganese at Matthews Ridge, while BCL is conducting small-scale logging closer to Port Kaituma, and according to residents, the two companies have been responsible for the frequent destruction of the major road linking the two communities. Surprisingly, however, the two companies blamed for damaging the road, with heavy-duty mechanics and trucks, rarely conduct any repairs whatsoever. At least this was what Port Kaituma residents related. They said that most of the remedial work is being done by a local company called International Import and Supplies. We were told by the relevant authorities that the government reportedly awarded the local company a multi-million-dollar contract to rehabilitate and maintain sections of the road. The local residents are of the view that the contract arrangement is unfair because local commuters, such as taxi drivers, bus drivers, and miners, would normally have to pay a toll to use the major road, while the Chinese companies are the ones responsible for most of its damage. A local cab driver related that he has to pay $2,000 every time he makes a trip with his car. He added that buses are charged $5,000, canters $12,000, heavy-duty trucks $50,000, and excavators $75,000. According to officials of the Port Kaituma Matthews Ridge Neighborhood Democratic Council, GMI and BCL are not required to pay any toll for their trucks. The officials explained that the companies are exempted from the toll fee because of a special arrangement they have with the government. And now let's tell you, GPL is the key provider of electricity for the bulk of the Guyanese population. And while the company insists it will have sufficient generation capacity in its system, it is unable to give a guarantee that there would be no blackouts for the 2021 Christmas season. This is since the Demerara-Berbice interconnected system, which is the country's primary transmission and distribution network for power put into the grid, is in a fragile state, leading to power outages for reasons ranging from heavy winds to an errant driver. The sentiments were expressed by the utility company's CEO, Bharat Dindayal, and GPL's Divisional Director of Operations, Bharat Harjan. And moving on, as the world yesterday observed International Anti-Corruption Day, opposition leader Joseph Harman opined that the incumbent administration, since taking office, has regressed the national efforts at combating corruption. He cited as one example the dismantling of the State Asset Recovery Agency, or SARA, which he insisted was done to protect friends and cronies. According to Harman, in 2017, the ousted coalition administration passed the SARA Act, leading to the setting up of the agency, which according to him made tremendous strides in our fight against corruption. He noted that the agency trained over 3,000 public servants from GRA, the Guyana Police Force, the GDF, the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, the Bank of Guyana, and the Ministry of Finance. To this end, he lamented that SARA had over 15 cases before the court at the time when it was dismantled. And moving on, the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board office yesterday received 3 bids for the procurement of vehicles, a contract which falls under the Ministry of Labour. The companies bidding are AM Trading Enterprise, Bihari Automotive Limited, and Massey Motors Guyana Limited. On Thursday, tenders were also opened for the preparation of a temporary location for a landfill at Enterprise Region 6. The procuring entity for this project is the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Coming up at 19:20 is the Glenn Lal Show, Tell It As It Is. And immediately after your nightly newscast, a short presentation from, once again, Mr. Lal. And after that, the National Outlook with G.H.K. Lal.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226